Video I'm going to be freezing kale. So I'm out in the garden and I'm gonna pick some kale. Even though it's raining, I figured this would be a really good project to do today. I'm gonna pick a lot of kale. As you can see, we have a ton of kale. So we're gonna pick some kale. You can see it's bolting, but it doesn't taste bad yet. So we're gonna pick it and we're gonna blanch it and freeze it, and we're gonna see how it is. We're hoping to save some of our harvest for this coming winter when we can no longer grow kale, and it doesn't taste bad yet, but pretty soon it might just, start getting too warm. And even though it's sort of gotten cooler in May, it should be warming back up pretty soon. So I'm gonna do that. So I just finished picking this huge basket of kale, and I only did like a couple plants worth, and I still have a lot more to go. So I'm going to start with this and see how it goes. This is my first time freezing kale, but I'll take you along with me and we'll learn together, I guess. So I'm back in the kitchen and I've put the whole kale leaves in this water, so there are a bit of petals or like dirt or anything, and washing those off, and then put them here. Okay, so after I finish washing the kale, I just, you're supposed to strip the stalks off because the stalks are very hard and woody. So, and then if there's any like yucky parts or like dirty parts that like bugs have chewed, I have like a basket over here that I'm going to give to the rabbits or chickens later. And then this is the good parts of the kale. Now the kale has no stems in it, but it's still pretty big. You wouldn't want to have this in your soup. So I'm going to cut it down even further. And then put it in a bowl over here. So that I don't have to cut frozen kale whenever we're going to make a dish. So now it's time to blanch the kale. I have some boiling water that is boiling. So I'm gonna put kale. There you go. Put as much kale as I can in, and then let it stay in this hot water for 2 minutes. The longest you can do is 3 minutes. So I'm gonna start taking it out at 2 minutes so that the last of the kale can be in for 3. So it's been 2 minutes. I read multiple things about, so now I'm going to put it in the cold water. I read multiple things about, you're supposed to keep it in for 2 minutes or 2.5 or 3 minutes. So I decided to start for 2 minutes, and so that the kale that I get out last will be in for more like 3 minutes. Because if I left it in for 3, then it might go too long for some of the last ones. So So the kale is cool now, and so I'm gonna I have a colander with a bowl under it to catch any drips. So now it's time to freeze the kale. I found this method of freezing it, which I thought was very clever. You just pack it into a little cup, and so whenever you're trying to use it for recipe, then it says 2 cups, and you don't have to, break off a huge chunk. You just have a little cup of it, and at the same time, I'm going to try to get as much moisture out as I can. And so, let's see if I can pack it in, and then here. I'm going to squeeze out a lot of this water into the sink. And the people recommended to use a knife to get around the edges to make it come out easier. So. There is my first ever kale patty. So I'm gonna see if I don't know if I'll have enough to make another whole patty. But I'm gonna put this in the freezer and let it freeze. And then I'll make a lot of these and then freeze them all together separately, and then I can put them all in one big bag so that you have more servings of than just one big hunk of kale.